Yellow, everybody. I am Mr. 901 Tommy Jackson. Welcome to the #1 spot for Looney Tunes World of Mayhem information. I am an official maestro of content for Looney Tunes World of Mayhem, and I am bringing you today updated information about more Space Jam tunes. That's right, Shooter Coyote, Shooter Bugs coming to the game, and our questions may have been answered that we had about this event coming up on Friday. So let's jump into the blog post and let's disseminate all this good information. All right, so we jump into the blog post right here on the official Looney Tunes World of Mayhem website, and you see them right there, Shooter Coyote, Dunker Bugs, and they're asking you right here, shoot or slam? Well, that was one of the questions that we had during the live streams when all of this information was coming out. Were we going to have to pick? Well, stick around. We're going to try to answer some of those questions for you. Are you rooting for Space Jam Dunkers or Space Jam Shooters? Dunker Bugs or Shooter Coyote? The first one is a great ball handler who heals his team whenever it touches the ball and sets up attackers, especially LeBron, for huge dunks. The second one boosts and heals the team member with the ball aside from preparing LeBron's strong shots. So they've got a couple of 30 some odd second little previews of the tunes. However, I am going to leave a little card up top for you to click on to check out the extended footage, 6 battles apiece, full kits right there in the Talkin' Tommy sneak preview for Dunker Bugs and Shooter Coyote. But let's go on with the rest of the blog post. Now, we all know what the teams are now. The Dunkers consist of Dunker Bugs, LeBron James, Dunker Tweety coming soon, and Dunker Lola, not Lowly, as contrary to popular belief. The Shooters consist of Shooter Coyote, LeBron James, Shooter Roadrunner, also soon, and Shooter Taz. Now, I do like the way that they're doing this. I think that they're not... I feel like if we had one tune each week, we'd get Space Jam Burnout. However, LeBron came straight out. Taz, part of the Battle Pass, paid or free, and then they're evening it out. So we get a Shooter, a Dunker, we get a Lola, who's a Dunker, Taz was a Shooter, right? Then they said part 1. So part 2, as we've seen by both the in-game splash screen and just what we can assume, Dunker Tweety, Shooter Roadrunner. So I do like the cadence in which they're releasing them. I will say, though, as far as tune-up materials goes, guys, start hoarding and gathering all of the cameras that you can, because you're going to need them. They're all WB tunes. So the event does last 4 days, so that's pretty standard. It starts on Friday, July 23rd, or 23rd. Take your pick. And ends July 27th. Now, just like every single time a brand new tune drops, we will be live on Twitch. Mr. 901 Tommy Jackson on Twitch. You can join us live. We're going to run through the event together, so join us tomorrow for that. The featured tunes for this event are LeBron James, Shooter Coyote, Dunker Bugs, Shooter Taz, Oh Mike, Gentleman Peppy, Elmer Bugs, and Hillbilly Hair. Now, I do want to point this out, guys. Right now, in this current WB event, Gentleman Peppy pieces are available. If you do not have him unlocked, or if you're just trying to get a few more stars on him before this event, it does not say a ton about if he's going to be available. It does say that featured tunes are available, and he is a featured tune, but we know as of recent events have told us that doesn't necessarily mean all of them are going to be there. Now, chances are there'll be a way to unlock them. We've also already seen a kind of a not necessarily mediocre, but maybe like a half a click above mediocre offer for the unlocked team or a featured team consisting of Oh Mike, Hillbilly Hair, Elmer Bugs, and Gentleman Peppy in the store today, a day before the event. So I don't know for sure if we're going to have an unlock campaign for those guys or not. I would assume that we would, but we all know what assuming can do. So with that being said, grab you some Gentleman Peppy pieces today while you still can. And, you know, that way you don't have to fear of missing out on that. So the general highlights: minimum player level is 40. You bring the featured tunes into these exciting campaigns. High flyers, Pull-Up Jumper, and Ultimate Skills Challenge. Be sure to stay on the lookout for Whiteboard Marker and Acme Duplicator tokens. So we've got a few MacGuffins that we have to look out for in this particular one. All right, and of course, we all know by now that you can participate in solo tournaments to win great prizes and complete limited time quests to earn nifty rewards. I have got that down pat now. All right, so you exchange the whiteboard markers, aka MacGuffins, in the event store for Dunker Bugs and other featured tune pieces. Again, they're not exactly saying who, but just featured tune pieces, as well as tune-up materials and Lyndon B. Johnson coins. You know what I mean. Exchange your Acme duplicators for Shooter Coyote and other featured tune pieces, as well as tune-up materials and Lyndon B. Johnson coins. All right, so right there, we're already told right off the bat that we can get pieces for Dunker Bugs and Shooter Coyote. All right, cool. So one of the questions that came up that we were all wondering is, were we going to have to pick? Would we have to throw our ball in the court of the shooters? Were we going to have to throw it into the court of the dunkers? Well, here we go, right here. Campaign highlights. Type of tunes required. Featured event tunes. The High Flyers campaign contains Unlock Dunker Bugs campaign. Aha! Impress the crowd. Recruit a squad. Aha! And win the dunk contest chapters. Battle for Dunker Bugs pieces and farm for whiteboard markers and featured tune pieces. So there you go. Maybe, just maybe, we've got that squad right there. And if you notice, that's a particular campaign inside a campaign where you unlock Dunker Bugs. All right, let's look at the next one. The Pull-Up Jumper. This campaign contains Unlock Shooter Coyote campaign. So there we go. And then as we finish, I'll give you a brief summation of what I think this might all mean. Line up the shot, recruit a squad. Again, recruit a squad. So we might get lucky there. And win the 3-point contest chapters. This is where you battle for Shooter Coyote pieces and farm for Acme duplicators and featured tune pieces. The Ultimate Skills Challenge campaign contains Ultimate Skills Challenge 1 and 2. You use glowing basketballs to battle for LeBron James pieces, Cosmic Stones, and Great Cosmic Stones. So I feel like that's one where you take, a few of the Space Jam tunes, run through it. Kind of seen that before. Couple of things to take away from this that I want you guys to really pay attention to and look at. So we saw recruit a squad in both High Flyers and Pull-Up Jumper. We saw unlock campaigns for Dunker Bugs and Shooter Coyote. Now, normally when it's a choose either or sort of situation, it's based on special campaign energy. By the way, guys, no mention of any special campaign energy except in the Ultimate Skills Challenge. So, what this is telling me, just on face value, is that you'll be able to get both. Now, I do not know that for sure, but just taking everything we're seeing here, that's what it looks like. So, of course, you've got limited time quest. You complete these quests to earn whiteboard markers, Acme duplicators, Cosmic Stones, glowing basketball energy, featured tune pieces, and more. And then those are going to be available throughout the event. And then, of course, our solo tournament highlights. These are where you're going to win Crest of Mayhem, golden tickets, WB Studio tune-up materials, which we're all going to need, special event titles, and more. In the milestones, you'll obtain tune pieces for Dunker Bugs and Shooter Coyote, golden tickets, gems, WB Studio tune-up materials, and more. So, it seems like there is a multitude of ways to obtain both of these characters' tune pieces. Also, on top of that, they are giving us an additional way to gather LeBron pieces. I really hope that this is what exactly it looks like, and I feel like it will be. I don't now, and if I'm wrong, guys, feel free to join the stream when these tunes drop out on Friday, and you can tell me that I'm wrong. I'm not always right, but I'm hardly ever wrong about a lot of these type of things. And this right here doesn't give me any indication that we're going to have to choose. So If that's the case, I think this is a great strategy for them. LeBron, super accessible. Okay, in fact, if you haven't already done the Welcome to Space Jam campaign and unlocked LeBron and the calendar that goes with him, I don't know what you're waiting for. Run, don't walk. Okay, from what we've seen out of these tunes and the possibility of the full teams, they are going to be viable teams. So now, how you use them, how they finally shape up, is one a little bit more defense oriented with big hits, is one a little bit more shoot from the hip all over the place? Maybe. Just from first indication, first impressions, maybe that's the case. But we'll know once we get the full teams, and it looks like, you know, those events are already lining up for us. As you can see by the in-game splash, usually when you start the game, here in the past couple of days, you're greeted by a big splash that shows all the event dates, all the tunes. I am super excited about this event coming up tomorrow to see what all it entails, to make sure that I can unlock both of them, because I want both teams, right? I want to see the differences in both teams and how they really play. And the only way I know to do that is to get my hands on it. If you guys are super hype about getting your hands on the rest of these tunes in this Tune Squad, let me know down in the comments down below. Also, if you had to only pick one, who would you go for? Let me know that also down in the comments down below. And remember, we will be live on Twitch at Mr. 901 Tommy Jacks when this event drops. So come on over and join the Looney Fun with Mr. 901. All right, guys, that's what we've got for you today with this blog post of Mayhem. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, bang that bell so you're always notified for another video. Throw a like on this thing, for crying out loud. And until next time, guys, stay loony, and we're going to catch you down the road.